person of Atiku Abubakar and the interview granted, in one breath, we understand that he's saying that he will step down for if there is a viable younger person contending for the ticket under whichever party he runs under. I think the ADC in this regard, but his media aide Paul Ibe is saying no, that was misinterpreted, misrepresented. He never meant that. He's not stepping down for anybody. He will continue to run. What are your thoughts?
Well, the first interview was granted in Hausa language, which I don't understand. I don't know if you do. So we can only rely on Paul Ibe's interpretation or Paul Ibe's rebuttal to the news that came out that Atiku said he was going to step down for a younger person. I think Shehu Sani made some comments on this when he said it was impossible for Atiku to be beaten in a primary. I think Shehu Sani got the right input from that earlier interview. Atiku's body language and actions has not shown any hint of stepping down from contesting the presidential election. Atiku has been everywhere, visiting everybody, making consultations. And every time he comes out from where they made consultation, he will tell you that they went there to discuss matters regarding Nigeria and how to take Nigeria forward and how to address this. He has made public statements severally against policies of the current government, policies he considers to be draconian or he considers to be counterproductive. So Atiku has not shown by any body language or hint that he's not going to contest for the president under, the party he will eventually declare at when the time comes. So I think he was misinterpreted. I think the correction of Paul Ibe is the correct interpretation, that if he contests in the primary election and a younger candidate emerges, that he will work with that candidate and mentor him. I think that's the correct interpretation.
Well, people are saying if the primaries are going to be dollarized in quotes now, Peter Obi will not be able to contest that one. Is that out of trepidation that he will not even win if he tries to contest the primaries?
We will not ever attempt doing it because I know that is the field right now. The ADC is populated, by men who have what they call, great financial war chests. Peter Obi is not a poor man, but I believe he's not that kind of a man that will just fritter away his hard-earned money. He knew how he got his money. He labored for it, open and close. Not those who were once here and there.
Atiku has been a businessman.
I'm just trying to say, not those who were once here and there, and somewhere, somehow, we had allegations of, malfeasance, etc. against them. And we believe that they were able to, draw from that particular, whatever the case may be. For instance, periscoping Atiku Abubakar. Let me tell you, like one of my colleagues there said, that it is very difficult to defeat an Atiku Abubakar in any primary. Mm-hmm. And people forget that this Atiku Abubakar participated in the 1999 SDP primaries with MK Abiola. If not because of the fact that Abiola had a war chest and a connect and the help of King Ibe, Atiku would have won or taken that ticket as at that time. Atiku came second. MK defeated Atiku about 350 votes. To the extent that MK Abiola had to go and meet Atiku and say, please, can you? He said, no, it's not going to be. So that tells you the enormous strength and powers Atiku, possesses. Atiku is more or less like a Salaman. He's like a Goliath in the political firmament of Nigeria. It's unfortunate that he has not gotten, he has gotten all the tickets, but he has not gotten the prize, as guest may be. So he's not somebody you joke with. So in the ADC right now, I think Obi cannot contest if it's financial, whatever now. And that is what we say, we are going to participate in dollarized order. We did it in 2023.
If Atiku believes that he has Nigeria at the back of his mind since 1993, if Atiku believes that Nigeria deserves better than what we are facing right now with Bola Tinubu, Atiku must also believe that Nigeria can do better than him right now. And he has to step down. Atiku Abubakar must step aside for Peter Obi in 2027, because Peter Obi would defeat Bola Tinubu as he did in 2023, but Atiku must drop out. Atiku Abubakar needs to understand that Peter Obi is the person of choice right now in Nigeria. Peter Obi is the person of choice. Nigerians have decided to say, okay, we'll put our vote on, our backing on. Because when you look at the entire political landscape, for all previously politicians who have held office, he is the cleanest and the finest of all of them. So Atiku Abubakar, with all his blemishes, have to understand that come 2027, he will be in his 80s. The rigors of presidency is too much for somebody in his 80s to take on. See what we're faced with Bola Tinubu. So Atiku Abubakar must understand that Peter Obi is Nigeria's candidate of choice in 2027. And that Peter Obi would defeat Bola Tinubu. So all this talk of Atiku saying that if a younger candidate defeats him in the primary, he will support the candidate. That's another talking point from those who want Atiku by all means, knowing that the primary will be dollarized. That's what it is. Don't forget that earlier when ADC was coming together, there had be people like Kenneth Okonkwo coming on national TV saying that only a northerner can beat Atiku Abubakar, because they've now realized that Nigerians cannot buy that lie. They want to change the topic, the talking point now to say Atiku Abubakar will contest in the primary so that it will be about primaries. But they know that if Peter Obi goes to that primary, he will lose, because every primary Atiku has ever contested in is won, save for 1993. He's won because there's always bribery of delegates, there's always bribery of the officials, there's always bribery and money exchange all going everywhere. If you work so hard and you can account for how you made your money, you will not throw your money away flimsily like that. You will not throw your money away like that. But these guys, they know the system. First of all, you cannot expect Atiku, who has worked in a system that's so corrupt, to fix Nigeria in 2027. You cannot expect that. You cannot expect Atiku, who has been playing in this dirty and murky water of corruption in Nigeria, where they bribe delegates, they bribe during the election, to now come in 2027, knowing that's his last chance if he's able to contest. So now say it's going to change all of a sudden. That's not going to work. It's like asking Abure to change. It's not going to work. So for me, if Peter Obi is not going to get the guarantee, or if Peter Obi is not getting the guaranteed ticket, knowing that he's got the largest support across all zones of Nigeria, from the east, west, north, and south, and also in the diaspora, then he shouldn't contest any stupid primary within the ADC, because knowing that the way the ADC is set up, it is set up for Atiku. They just need Peter Obi's affirmation to say he's going to support that, and they will drop out. So if I were Peter Obi, I would not even bother, because there will be bribery of delegates. We saw that in the PDP 2023 primaries. We saw how they bribed. Even Wike knew he was outbribed. Wike knew that the only way he lost that primary was because he was outbribed. Because he felt he had the tentacles all over the political party, PDP. And somebody all of a sudden came, outbribed him, promised more to the other delegates, and then he lost. And he became very bitter. So you don't expect an Atiku to change. So, and Peter Obi cannot be expected to go to a dollarized primary and win. He cannot. Remember, Peter Obi does not give shishi. You got to remember, in 2023, when delegates were giving dollars as bribes, it was captured in the news. People were getting bribed, paid in dollars. You don't expect an Atiku who has played in this game all of a sudden to change. It's not going to work. They have no other way. Atiku's generation were part of the generation that destroyed Nigeria to this level. You cannot expect their generation to fix it. They know that it was the corruption in the system that enabled them to become this rich, if you want to say they're rich, or wealthy, if you want to say they're wealthy. They know. How many of these politicians would you say they had money before? All of a sudden become rich, richer than their counterparts abroad. So you can't expect those people who benefited from a corrupt system to fix the corruption, and so that they will stop benefiting. No, it's not going to work. That's why Peter Obi is a man in the right direction in the change that we're seeking for Nigeria. It's in the right direction. It's taking us from one generation down. And we can then peel that generation off completely and get newer people with fresher ideas to help move Nigeria. We can't go from an analog system in the system where we're in a digital system to go keep going back to the analog system. We can't go from Buhari to Tinubu and now we want to go to Atiku or even Jonathan. It will be recycling of failures, leadership failure, and you say you want Nigeria to change. That's what I'm saying. If Atiku says he has Nigeria at the back of his heart, he looks forward to a better Nigeria, then he has to step aside. He has to step down. He has to openly come up and say Peter Obi is the person, because it is clear. I mean, if it's not all this political drama and corruption, we shouldn't be talking about Atiku in the frame of things. 80 years officially in his 80s. In Nigeria and Cameroon, we already have another Paul Biya in Bola Tinubu and we want to bring in Atiku. Come on. Atiku will be in his 80s and come 2027. See, I'm not an ageist, but the rigors of presidency is too much in a complex system like Nigeria. You need somebody who's vibrant, mentally vibrant. In 2023, remember how Bola Tinubu was bluing and saying rubbish, even licking the microphone. You remember then? And now you can see the result of that. Mental cognitive ability declines in the 80s, in the 70s. You need people who are vibrant. Sometimes it's even said of Trump that Trump sometimes does not even read their security briefings. Even when he's talking, you can see how he's forgetting things. It comes with life. So I'm not antagonizing him that way. I'm only saying that the rigors of presidency is too much to give it to an 80-year-old person. I'm going to go from Buhari to Bola Tinubu and now to Atiku or even Jonathan. Don't forget that Buhari governed Nigeria for more than 6 months from London. Every opportunity Bola Tinubu gets, he runs to France for treatment and to go and relax because of the stress of governance. And they say he's assessing himself from France. So the next one now will be Atiku going to Dubai. So Nigeria now becomes a place where you can govern from foreign states, exposing Nigeria to deep security issues. So what I'm basically saying is this: we can do better. We can do better than these people who have turned Nigeria's presidency into old people and retirees club. We can do better than Atiku, just the same way we could have done better than Bola Tinubu if they had not rigged the system, thanks to INEC. Nigeria can do better than having old corrupt hands rig the system to stay in power. Nigeria can do better than having Tinubu's daughter jumping around from one state to another, inaugurating head of market people in our lodger all over the place. Because our father was declared the president of Nigeria in 2023, thanks to INEC, where we know overwhelmingly that the election was rigged. So if Atiku has Nigeria at the back of his mind, it is time for Atiku to bow out. I mean, we have to keep talking. What we've done so far as young people especially is this. We've spoken so hard, we've come online, we've participated, we've called these old politicians out. And when they started from saying only Atiku from the north can defeat Bola Tinubu from the south, when we didn't buy it, they've come in with new narrative. Let's go to the primary. Well, we know that the primary is one place where it is sure to be rigged. And Peter Obi has seen the handiwork before. So he knows by all means necessary, it cannot be. If it's even possible, have a conversation with Omoyele Sowore. Be on that action party platform with Omoyele Sowore. Let him step aside. But we're tired of people talking about Atiku. No matter how well he feels for Nigeria, it has passed Atiku's prime to be president of Nigeria. Nigeria can do better. The same way we could have done better than having a Buhari as our president. We could have done better than having Buhari as our president now. Bola Tinubu as our president. We could have done better. Thanks to INEC for rigging the election. We could have done better. You can see the chaos in Nigeria. Stop collecting their money. Their money will not feed you. They will get the money back. If you want security in your state, security in your villages, make sure you come out to vote in 2027. You have to vote these people out. You must revolt as a people. I'm telling you, if you allow these guys, they will sit in their castles And you, Nigerians, will be the ones killed every day by bandits, supported by these same corrupt politicians. So we can do better than Bola Tinubu. We can do better than Atiku. We want somebody who will address the problem of the country. This is why you must share this content. You must like this content. You must recommend this content to others. We need to make sure that we resound this comment, this information out to everybody. Until these politicians come to the point where they realize that no way it's just Peter Obi we want. We want somebody that will move. If there's a better person than Peter Obi, let the person come out. Let us support that person. But as of this particular moment, for all those with intent, it stands out. Maybe you can name Omolele Sowore, but yes, it stands out. So please like, share, recommend this channel. Please subscribe if you've not done so. And also click on the notification icon. We must make sure that we keep telling these politicians, enough is enough. Peter Obi is the person of choice. Peter Obi would defeat Bola Tinubu in 2027, and it would defeat him as it did in 2023. And this time, we must make sure that they don't rig the vote, because if they do, that revolution will start. As always, I will catch you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe. Like I said before, click on the notification icon. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.